My name is Kevin Ray, and you're listening to Truckers and Others.
Welcome to Wednesday with Kevin Ray. That actually would rhyme with any day. Welcome to Tuesday, Kevin Ray. Maybe that should be part of my intro. Maybe I need to re-record an intro. One for every single day. No, just kidding. I would never fucking do that. That's too much work. But I have been thinking about like doing a little bit of updating, like update the cover art, update maybe the intro or whatever, because I sound kind of fucking dorky. Welcome to Truckers and Others, Kevin Ray. I'll do something different maybe. I don't know. But, yeah, today is Wednesday, and I woke up on time. Luckily, I woke up on time. Do you know why it was lucky that I woke up on time? Because last night, I grabbed the little phone there in the middle of the hotel room. They got like 3 of them in there. I don't know why. They got one in the bathroom, one in the next to the bed, one on the desk. They're just fucking everywhere, phones. So I grabbed the phone. Yeah, go ahead, buddy. You fucking speed demon bitch. You fucking no tie downs on your 0-turn lawnmower pickup truck Dodge bitch ass motherfucker. Anyway, Blue was a bitch. So, sorry about that. We had a little traffic incident. So they got phones all over the place, and in the hotel I stayed in on Monday night, none of the phones worked. I was like, this is some bullshit. Why do you have so many phones and none of them work? The hell's going on here? But on yesterday, Tuesday night, I was able to grab the phone, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to do the wake-up call. Because I'll always wake up to that motherfucker. So I'll pick up the phone, it starts going, or can't do the tone. I don't have the vocals for that tone. But, click the little button that says wake up call. Type it in 24-hour increments. 0, 5, 3, 0, 5:30 a.m. July 4th. I'm like, no, not July 4th. July 3rd, bitch. And I delete it, and then I do it again. It says July 4th, 5:30 a.m. I'm like, no, motherfucker. So I called the front desk. And I'm like, hello. You've been thinking about me since I walked in there. You thought I was cute when you saw me. You know what room I'm in. I haven't heard you knocking yet. She's like, what are you talking about? I'm like, oh, sorry. I meant to say, room 325, wake up call, 5:30 a.m., July 3rd. She's like, hold on, slow down. I'm like, what? All right. I need a wake up call for 5:30 in the morning. She's like, okay. Cool, got it. I'm like, you got it? She's like, yeah, I got it. I'm like, for tomorrow? She's like, yes, tomorrow. What are you talking about? I'm like, well, the fucking phone thing is all fucked up, and it won't let me set one for July 3rd. It only lets me set it for July 4th. She's like, huh, okay. And then she just hung up. I'm like, I am Platinum Elite. I call her back. I'm Platinum Elite, bitch. Don't you ever fucking, I'm the one that ends this phone call. I own you. She didn't appreciate that too much. So I'm pretty sure that's why I didn't get a phone call in the morning. She must have just been like, well, I'm going to fucking delete it. You know what she should have done? She should have set it for 4:30 or something. Instead of just deleting it. Because I wake up because I set my own alarms also, and I take the case off of my phone, so it's like more of a hard surface. And then I set it on the desk next to me, so whenever it goes off at 4, 4:02, 4:05, 4:10, 4:15, 4:20, 4:21, 4:23, 4:27, 4:29, 4:31. I set all these alarms. So whenever it buzzes, it will make such a racket. And since I'm on the 3rd floor, it's going to make a racket for at least 3 people. The people maybe above me, I don't know, probably not. But the people behind my wall, that their headboard's up against my headboard, they're hearing it. And then the people below me, because my desk is sitting right on the floor, it just sends that shock wave straight down right to their face. So I just sleep like a baby through all these alarms. Just beep, 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 like going fucking nuts in my room. It's like a fucking science experiment going on or something. And I know these people just want to just bang the fucking wall. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if the Kool-Aid man was sitting behind me and just fucking bust through and it's like, wake the fuck up! I'm like, thank you. That's the kind of alarm I need. I don't wake up to all the... I turn up the... Whenever you set an alarm on my phone, you can go down and you can select the tone, right? And there's a fuckload of tones, and half of them make you just go into deeper sleep. So you got to go through and find the right ones. Why do I smell rubber? Who's burning rubber right now? Am I burning rubber? Somebody's burning a lot of rubber, and I don't think it's me. I don't have any smoke. I don't have any issues going on. I think it's the guy in front of us. Maybe he's got a flat, and that's why he's going slow. I don't know. But I definitely smell rubber. That's not good. I hope it's not me. That would fucking suck. My temperatures are fine. Anyways. I wake up at 5:20, and I just lay there with my eyes wide open, staring at the clock. Because I'm like, I'm not going to get up and turn off the wake-up call, but I definitely want to grab it as soon as it comes in, because it's loud as fuck and very annoying. Man, who's on fire? Somebody has to be on fire. I'm thinking it's the truck ahead of me. Dude, my brakes are all in. Everything's good here. It could be brakes, I guess. Man, somebody's gonna break down eventually, and I hope it's the fucking slow bitch in front of me. So I'm laying there, staring at it, and I'm like, it's gonna ring. It's gonna ring. And then 5:30 hits, and I'm like, here it comes. Here it comes. Here it comes. 5:31. What the fuck, bitch? That's what I said. I said that louder than anything could have been ringing off of a speaker. I said, what the fuck? Yo, wake up. Wake up my neighbors. So yeah, I don't know. That bitch had set my wake-up call and then didn't turn it on, I guess. I don't know. Or the poor sap that's going to sleep in there tomorrow or tonight is going to wake up at 5:30. They're going to be like, man, I've been driving all day. Got here at 3 a.m. I'm going to get some sleep. As soon as he falls asleep, ring, ring. He's like, what the fuck? This is your wake-up call. He's like, what the fuck are you talking about? I didn't set a wake-up call. Probably what he's saying. Man, I hope we hit that 4-lane soon. I think we should be hitting it soon. So I can pass this stinky, slow bitch. He's also in a tanker, just like mine. Not just like mine, but kind of like mine. But dude, somebody is burning. And all of my tires seem to be fully inflated. It's got to be him, dude. I didn't start smelling it until I got behind him. And I ate at my place last night. It was good. I don't know what they did differently, but it did not taste normal to me. But it was still really delicious. And they usually have 2 hard-boiled eggs for sale. Yeah, they have like little cups of hard-boiled eggs. They always have them. They're always sitting there for sale. They did not have any, and I was like, "What am I gonna do?" But um, I think my issue, I was having horrible bathroom problems, like 5 times a day. And I think it's because I bought a bottle of Louisiana hot sauce, and I read the ingredients, and it says it has peppers and salt and water in it. So I was like, this is healthy. And I used 3/4 of a bottle of Louisiana hot sauce in 2 days. I was putting that shit on everything. I was Frank's Red Hot on everything. I don't know. Maybe Frank's Red Hot might be better. I don't know. But Louisiana hot sauce, my butt did not feel good for a while. Because I was eating so much Louisiana hot sauce. And I like spicy things, but not like too spicy. And Louisiana hot sauce is just right there. It's perfect. But if I had some of that today, like, so I haven't been taking my heartburn medication. I may have already talked about this, but I quit taking my heartburn medication. It's just omeprazole, and things have been pretty good. Like, I still feel it. I know it's there, but it has no deep effect on me. I just get a little bit of burpy, a little bit of burps going on. But if I kept up with that Louisiana hot sauce deal, well, I'm so glad I left it at home, because it would taste really delicious on the chicken I brought, But I brought mayo. Like, I'll just do mayo. And I know that would inflame me horribly. It would not be good. Oh yeah, I forgot. I found a different direction from where I'm at. I'm on 412 now, but if I instead of going all the way through the middle of Enid, which is kind of fucking sucks, I can go a little bit further north and go through that way. And I'm thinking about doing that today. I can skip some of these stoplights and shit. But, yeah, last night I just played a lot of video games. I downloaded a couple of new mods, and I had a really wholesome time playing last night. I was like, this is a lot of fun. I'm actually enjoying myself a lot while playing this video game. Not that I don't always enjoy myself. It's usually the setup. Just trying to get all of the mods, try to find the right mods, try to get the right parts, try to build the correct truck, try to make it sound right, try to make it geared right, try to make it go fast, try to make it good off-roading. The axles on this one are weak as fuck. I gotta find something I don't know. But last night I downloaded a couple of mods, I got on there, and I started playing, and everything ended up just fine. I was having a great time. It was just like, I downloaded the mods, I took a shit, I got back out, everything was ready to go, turned it on, and started playing. It was a great time. I should have done more on career mode, but I just played free roam mode, and I went to the Ronson Valley off-road. The highway is about to open up, and we are slowing down. What the fuck, Chuck? You stinky bitch! Of course, as soon as I'm able to pass him, he's turning. Whoa, buddy! What is up with everybody fucking... Jesus Christ. Come on, buddy. I'm leaving that lane open for you. I left it open for you, you fucking bitch. Jesus Christ. All right. We're back out onto the open road. Having a good time. I'm trying to think of anything else that happened. Um, so yesterday, after I got off, I was like, man, I want to start up another podcast. And I was like, no, I'm not going to do that. And now I can't remember anything. Happy birthday to my friend. His birthday was yesterday. Happy birthday, Luke, to you. You are old as fuck now. You stink more, and you're a little uglier, but you're older. We're all getting that way. That's my birthday gift to you. Just kidding. We're gonna go out this weekend, I think. Maybe. I don't know. I'm gonna try to hang out with him at some point in time. Hey! Ford Escort! Get the fuck out of the way! Why are you driving right next to me? Why don't you hit the fucking throttle and get away from me? Motherfuckers out here. I'm out in the middle of nowhere, and I found the worst group of traffic to be around. Stinky Pete, a fucking HVAC van, a dump truck, and now a Ford Focus. What did I say? Ford Escorto? It's a Focus. So I've had this chicken with me, and I made 4 breasts. So I ate 1 breast and a third. And then I ate another breast the next day, and, well, the 2/3, because I was still hungry. I wanted to eat it all. And now today, I have a full breast to eat, chicken breast, that's been marinated as lemon pepper. And just me saying lemon and pepper makes my throat just burn. So I don't think I'm going to eat that today. We have to find something soon. I'm going to be rolling into a good town to eat here shortly. So I'm probably going to stop and grab something. I'll probably even stop early. I don't know. If I find something good enough to stop for. That's all. I'll think of other stuff. Well, I didn't really think of too much more to say. I've been listening to all these political fucking things, but I did eat some lunch. I called up the Red Barn there in Medford. Or no, not Medford. North of there. What is that place called? Crawford? I don't know what the fuck town it was. But anyways, there's a little town north of Medford, if you want to look it up, if it's that important to you. There's a place called the Red Barn Restaurant. Oh, God. Alright, so I called them up. I said, yo, can I get a triple cheeseburger with bacon? And they're like, that's a lot of meat. I'm like, I know it is. And I want it that way. Yeah, I don't know. It sometimes somebody correcting you, they're like, you want 7 dishwashers? Like, no, I meant to hit 1. Like, that would make, but somebody orders a triple cheeseburger, and they're like, that's too much. I'm like, well, I'm not going to eat the bun. I'm not going to eat your fucking deep fried french fries. I'm not gonna eat, another side or a piece of pie or whatever. I'm not gonna eat all this other shit. I'm not gonna drink a giant Coke. I'm going to eat 3 meat patties with bacon and cheese on it. Leave me alone. Everybody critiquing me. This is the second time because that little place down in Medford, they did the same thing. They're like, you want 3 patties? So what they did at that store, which I don't know, I wasn't too happy about the price, but whatever. But the young lady was like, how much do we charge for an extra patty? She's like, throw on another $5. I was like, whoa, buddy, another $5. Whatever. And I end up spending $24 on one triple cheeseburger. That's all I got there. It was one triple cheeseburger with no bun. So it was just a regular cheeseburger with an extra patty. Nothing else. I did get a tea. But yeah, so I call up the Red Barn on my way in. I'm like, you know what? I better call them up and go ahead and order it ahead. So I call them up, and I'm like, what meats do you have? And they're like, what? I'm like, I was trying to look. I'm driving, so I'm trying to like look up restaurants on the route because there's not that many. I mean, there are a lot of fast food places, but I'm not trying to do that. I'm trying to eat somewhere better. I would have ordered probably a fucking steak if I could have, but they don't sell steak there. At least I don't think they do. I don't know. She didn't get that far. I was like, what meats do you have? Like, I looked at, like, through the whatever Google pictures of stuff you have. I don't have time to look at the menu right now. But what meats do you have? Like, you got chicken? She's like, yeah, we got chicken. I was like, okay. I saw in there you had a meatball sandwich. I thought about getting a meatball sandwich with no sandwich. Just meatball, She's like, we don't serve meatballs unless it's for, I don't know what she was saying. She was saying something like, we don't have that. I'm like, oh, well, I saw a picture of it on Google, so maybe claim this as your business and then remove that picture or something. Because that was misleading. But that doesn't, I was like, all right, you got like burgers and stuff? She's like, yeah, we got burgers. I'm like, all right, I'll take a double bacon cheeseburger. She's like, okay, we can do that. You want everything on it? I was like, yeah, just put everything on it. I was like, but no bun. I don't want no bun. She's like, okay, no bun. And I was like, actually, can you add another patty to that? She's like, that's 16 ounces of patty. I'm like, yeah, I know. I was like, I'm not eating the bun. I'm not getting fries. She's like, you don't want fries? I'm like, no, I don't want fries. You want a drink? I was like, no, thank you. I got drinks with me. Said, I'm in Medford. I'm on my way. I'll be there in about 15 minutes. And, yep, I hauled ass up there, and I got there, and that place is usually either they're, like, packed or they're empty. That's how these places are down there. They're either packed or you're the only motherfucker going in. And I think it's because most people have tomorrow off or whatever. I don't know. A lot of people took this week off, I'm guessing. I'm not sure. But that place was fucking packed. Not really packed, but I pull up there and I'm like, fuck, where am I going to park? And I pull back, not into the neighborhood, but next to the neighborhood on the little road. And then I'm like, how the fuck am I going to get out of here? There could be two, in some of these old little town neighborhoods and stuff, they might have like really old power lines or just ones that are hanging low, or somebody, is stealing cable from their neighbor and they just ran it across the street and it's like hanging down too low. And it's like, I got to drive through their yard or else I'm going to take out their stolen cable line, Or maybe it was a real cable line, but I don't know. I don't know what the restrictions are on all that. It's like, bury it in the ground, okay?
Run your wire through the sewer pipe. Safer that way. Won't have a fat guy in a tanker truck drive right through your neighborhood and take out your fucking cable. People don't really like it when that happens. But anyways, ordered. I got there. I parked. Everything was fine. I ran in there. I go to the lady. I'm like, I called ahead. They didn't ask for anything. They just wanted to know what I wanted, and they didn't ask for my name or number or anything. They were just like, okay, it'll be ready. I'm like, okay. So I get there and I'm like, I called ahead. I ordered a triple cheeseburger. She's like, that's a lot of meat. I'm like, yeah, it is. She's like, you don't want no bun? I'm like, no, I don't want no bun. And then I had to get into I had to start, but she was a little thick too. So I was like, hey, listen, I haven't eaten bread since Father's Day, and I lied a little bit, not a whole lot, but a little bit. I said, I lost 15 pounds. I don't even know. I could be at 15 by now. I'm not sure. But I'm like, no eating bread and not like snacks and all that other bullshit. Nope, none of that. No coffee, no 5-hour energies, even though I did take a few at the beginning. Just, I didn't want to shock my system too much. But I was like, I don't drink coffee. I used to drink 2 cups of coffee. I used to take 5-hour energies. I used to do all this shit, and now I don't do any of that. I was like, I don't have to take my acid reflux medication, which as soon as I get home, I'm going to take one. Okay? Like, it's not that bad, but it is annoying. I do have a little bit left. So I think maybe I'll take a half a pill and see where that goes. See if that'll work. Or maybe, because Tums never worked for me. I've never had a Tums do anything but fuck up my whole, my whole mouth just tastes like chalk. And then I'm like, and it's all stuck in my teeth, and I'm like trying to tongue it out of there, and I'm like, God damn it, these fucking tongues. And then I still have acid reflux. I'm like, what the fuck is this shit? And heartburn, and acid reflux and stuff. So I am going to take, I said I was off of them, and I think I could be off of them, but I don't know what it is, because I went out, I ate all 3 burger patties. This place was nice. So instead of charging me $24 for this fucking burger, they charged me, I think it was $14. So it's $6 cheaper at this place. And it was like, I don't want to talk shit on the place I used to eat, or I have eaten those other 2 times. I don't want to talk shit on it because they do make a good burger. Like, it was good. It's good stuff. But this place is better. I have to say it. This place, they put, they seared the burger. It was all good. The other place, it was just like, yeah, it's not pink anymore. Here you go. This place, they put a nice crust on the burgers. They put a slice of cheese on every single patty, and 2 slices of, a full slice, but cut in half, a full slice of bacon on each patty also. And, they came with onions, pickles, and a tomato, and it was all fucking amazing. I was like, this is fucking delicious. I didn't even pull out my mayo packet or anything. I just ate it with a fork the way it came. I should have ate inside. I think there was a little bit of room for me to eat inside, but it was kind of busy. So I just ran out and I ate it in my truck, and then I put it in drive and I left. But I was like, damn, that was fucking delicious. That's like the perfect amount of food. And another thing I like about this diet is now, like, instead of eating like 3 cheeseburgers or 3 double cheeseburgers from McDonald's, because I'm not gonna lie, that's like my normal order. 3 double cheeseburgers, a large fry, and a large sweet tea from McDonald's. Like, I had it in the app. It was super easy. So I deleted the app now. Not that I think I have more self-control than if the app's on there, I'm going to do it. No, I think I have more self-control than that. I'd just be failing myself is what I'd be doing, and I don't know. Every time I smell some cookies or some cake or something, I just like, you're fatter than your whole family, and they all died early. So what do you want to do here, bud? Do you want to, I just got to keep telling myself that I'm on the fast track to heart death, and a lot of people might, maybe you guys say, oh well, isn't meat, like red meat, a big contributor to heart disease? I don't think so. I think everything that goes along with the burger patty leads to heart disease. Ketchup, buns, greasy fries, made in vegetable oil or canola oil. I don't know. Whatever the cheapest oil is, that's probably what they're cooked in. And that shit is like industrial lubricant. It's not, I mean, I don't know who the fuck said it was safe to eat that shit, but it's really not. Or just any seed oils is what I've heard. All extra virgin olive oil is okay. Avocado oil is good as long as it's the real shit. You can't just buy the great value avocado oil and be like, yep, this is good. No, it actually takes a little bit more research into it. If you're gonna go like straight up say red meat's bad for your heart health, but and then turn around and say, no, yeah, vegetable oil's fine for you, then I don't know what kind of world you're living in, because I mean, it's not. Oh, well, it says vegetable right there, and vegetables are good for you. All right, deep fried fucking fish sticks are not really good for you. So I don't know. I don't know what to say. Um, yeah, getting something. If you want to eat something, I mean, if you're eating something deep fried, you don't really care. You're not like a health nut, and I'm not I don't know. I'm acting like a health nut right now, and maybe I am a little bit of a health nut here these last few weeks or whatever, but yeah, I didn't give a fuck about myself. I knew that eating 3 double cheeseburgers and a large fry and a large sweet tea from fucking McDonald's, yeah, it's a little bit less healthy than like a salad from McDonald's. I don't know. So, yeah, I mean, and I'm not trying, I guess I'm not even like a good example to give advice. Maybe if I do end up losing enough weight, and if I go get, blood work done in, 6 months or whatever, and everything's showing, because I have blood work from before when I was eating, normal, my normal in the past. I've got my blood work paperwork from that. If I go out and I get another blood test done, we'll check it out. But I don't know. Some of the problems with that even is, all right, let's just say there's a book on the pyramids. I guess I'm going a little off track, and it's going to come back around. There's a history book about the pyramids, and they show you with, Egyptian slaves are hauling these rocks up the side of the pyramid with ropes and horses or camels or whatever the fuck, But in 5 years from now, we find something, we dig in the right spot, and we find all the papers on exactly how the Egyptian pyramids were built. Then that book is completely wrong. But that's what we've been teaching everybody from the time, from the beginning of whatever time. That's what we've been teaching everybody, is that this is how they were built. Well, we find a new discovery, do a little bit more research, everybody gets a little bit more knowledge, they decipher some special code or whatever, I don't fucking know. But they find out that that's not right. That's kind of what a little bit I'm thinking, because there was a new study done on the carnivore diets almost specifically. And in the doctors' textbooks, the doctors, they go to doctor school. I mean, I'm a dumbass, so really take this with a grain of salt. I'm just working through my own thoughts right here. The books that the doctors got said red meat's bad for you. Don't tell them to quit eating red meat. It's going to cause heart disease. So then they say, then they've been told that for, I don't know, doctors go to school for 10 years. So 10 years they've been learning and learning and learning from these books that were wrote that red meat's bad for you. And then they get their own practice, and then they start accepting patients. And then the patient comes in, and he's like, I've got heart disease. And he's like, well, are you eating red meat? And he's like, yes, I've been eating cheeseburgers and french fries. He's like, quit eating the red meat. Stop eating that red meat. And then they get improvement because they turn into a vegetarian or whatever, or I don't know what the fuck they do. They start eating just chicken. Chick-fil-A is like, eat more chicken, and they're like, okay, all the Chick-fil-A chicken is deep fried. You can get it grilled, I think, but so I mean, yeah, I'm not even really faulting them too much, because it's like they've been taught this, they take it to their practice, and then they see results. Look, sounds like that's the smoking gun. The red meat is bad for you. The bacon, you're eating too much bacon, whatever it may be. But there was a new study done, and it was a long study um, done on the carnivore diet. And it was, you can look it up, because I looked it up. It was from UCLA, which is the University Commission Los Angeles. I don't fucking know what fucking college is. But anyways, that study was done, and I did find the study, and I looked it up, and it basically showed you, there was like a summary page, and I looked at the summary page, and a lot of people will stop taking their diabetes medication on the carnivore diet, which is really impressive. The all-cause mortality, like deaths, even down to suicides, were down. And in the patients, maybe they had other stuff going on in their life. Maybe they all, started getting happier. I don't know what it was, but they did the study. They kept on, pretty good track with eating mostly meat or all meat in a lot of cases. And they weren't dying from heart attacks. They weren't, the amount of people that would have gotten cancer were lower, according to their, like, all cause, anything that causes people to die was down, and everything else was up. And only, they weren't requiring everybody to go out and work out or take a walk every day. Also, it was just, hey, you want to be a part of this study, you're going to get $5,000 or whatever it was. Just eat meat and stick to it, and come in once a month for testing or whatever. I don't even know what it was, but yeah, seemed pretty cool. So I'm not saying that the original Egypt's, there isn't things to learn from the original Egypt book, but there's another book that we just, was just wrote up with new evidence that shows maybe you were looking in the right direction, but you accused the wrong product. All the processed shit is fucking horrible. And, even beef can be a processed, they can still shove like preservatives and dyes and all that other shit into your meat. And that's why it's a good idea to go to a butcher shop. And I'd love to be able to go to a butcher shop. I just, I should, but I don't know. I just haven't. I've been thinking about getting some chickens, but just two. And I brought it up to my wife. She said, "Hell no." But she might come around. I'm like, "Hey, let's get two chickens." I already talked to one of somebody I know that's had chickens, her entire life. So I've talked to her, but I'm like, "Can you have just two? Like, isn't there like a minimum number of chickens you need to have?" And she's like, "Yeah, one. You can have just one chicken." I'm like, "Really? I can have one chicken and it'll lay eggs?" She's like, "Well, they molt and they gotta be a happy chicken or I don't fucking know." So I was like, "Okay, so I can just get two chickens. I don't want to get 8 chickens and have like a giant chicken flock and all this shit." She's like, "No, and most of them are gonna lay an egg a day if they're the right age and all this other stuff." So I'm like, "Okay, so interesting." She's like, "The best idea for you would be to find somebody that raises chickens and buy a couple of or whoever's chickens are like a month or 2 month old, so you're not getting any roosters." And then take those, buy those chickens. They're young because they still haven't lost their baby feathers or whatever. Um, and because I guess that's another big issue in the chicken market is because a chicken, even an old chicken and a young chicken, they're both chicken. So it's kind of hard to tell how old they are. But she said they only lay eggs for about 5 years. So if you go out and you buy a 4-year-old chicken, but they tell you this chicken's a year and a half old. You'll have eggs for a while, and you get it and you take it home and it starts laying eggs, and then you're like, "This is a year and a half old chicken and it's only laid eggs for a year." And now I'm like, "What the fuck is wrong with this chicken?" Well, it's an old ass chicken, apparently, and you got to, rip its head off and rip all the feathers out and boil it down and cut it up and then eat the chicken. So, I don't know. I've been thinking about getting just two chickens. I think I can handle just two chickens. I got my big shed out back. Like, that thing's pretty good sealed. I mean, I don't want it to, it obviously needs ventilation and stuff. But I don't know. Maybe I could like put a little door in the side of my shed, then have like an outdoor pen area, so the chickens they'll have like an area to roam, but they can go back. They can go inside the pen or the chicken coop house. And another like I was like, I don't know. Who can say anything about farm fresh eggs? They're like, "Oh, those are unpasteurized or whatever." I don't fucking know what they would say. But getting farm fresh eggs, they got all that fucking gunk all over the bottom of them, and they got hay stuck to them and everything. And then the lady that I was talking to, she said, "Don't wash them. You leave them dirty. Let them come out. You pick them up and you put them on your kitchen counter, and you leave them out. You can leave them out for 3 weeks with no refrigeration or anything. Just store them in a cool, dry place. Probably not in sunlight, probably. I don't know exactly, but store them in a cool, dry place. They'll be fine for 3 weeks. And then if you still have eggs left over after 3 weeks, put those eggs in the fridge and they'll still be fresh for another 2 weeks. So you can get, one egg will be good for 5 weeks. So, don't worry about trying to eat all the eggs or throw them out or whatever the fuck. Just, eat them or refrigerate them, and then if you still have bad eggs by then, throw them out or whatever. But two chickens. Let's just go off the metrics of 2 eggs a day. Most days, especially for lunch, I'll eat 2 eggs, 2 hard-boiled eggs, and that I'll be fine with that. And now, if you want to consider breakfast and stuff, which I really don't like to eat. I mean, I do like to eat breakfast when it's ready and available and right there and free in front of me. I'll eat it. But most of the time, I don't eat breakfast. I'm okay with that. Um, but if I stay at a hotel and they got the sausage links down there, I'm going to eat them. So, anyways, and she was like, yeah, I was like, well, what about like feeding them and watering them, and what if they get too hot? And she's like, no, chickens will be fine out there. They're an outdoor animal. As long as they got a shady spot they can go to, they'll be fine. I'm like, okay, interesting. And she said, just they make feeders, and if you only have 2 chickens, you can fill up like a 5-gallon feeder that as they eat it, it'll keep falling down into the little tray or whatever. She's like, yeah, just put that in there, and then you don't have to feed them every single day. They'll be fed for like, I don't know, a couple of weeks probably. And then water is the same thing, and you can, if you have a rain catch, then that'll probably be good. I'm like, interesting. So I got all these little ideas popping through my head now about getting some chickens, which would be really cool to get some chickens, and especially young ones the kids can play with and look at and learn about, and then collecting eggs would be cool. But I was saying that I don't know, that the eggs they look disgusting. But that's mainly because they fall onto like a bunch of hay or something. So I saw an idea. It was a chicken coop, but it was like where they lay their eggs is on a slant. So, and then there's a little tray that as soon as they lay their eggs, it'll roll out of the chicken coop and get caught into a little outdoor area or whatever. So then they can't go over there and they can't sit on the eggs and get all depressed because the egg ain't hatched or whatever. As soon as it's laid, they don't even get to look at it. It's just gone. And if you don't know anything about chickens, which I did not for a very long time, I think I learned it like last year, that the eggs that hens lay will never become chickens. There's no possible way for them to become a chicken because they have not been fertilized. You have to have a rooster to fertilize the eggs, and then that's when chicks might hatch from that. But so like taking the eggs and eating the eggs isn't really even cruel at all, because there's no possible way that was going to become a chicken. None at all. Unless you have a rooster, which I don't understand any of that. I don't know. The rooster just needs to be nearby. I don't know. Do the chickens fuck? I don't understand what the fuck is going on over there with the birds. I don't know how birds or bees lay eggs. I haven't had the birds and the bees talks. But apparently, you got to have a male and a female to make an egg hatch, but you only need a female to make an egg. So I don't know. I don't know about all that. Do like a Tweety bird. Does Tweety bird lay an egg that doesn't get fertilized? Do other birds? Ducks? I'm guessing ducks and geese and what's that one with a long fucking neck? An orca? No, not an orca. Fucking long neck. The long neck llama. The llama. Does a llama lay an egg? I I stole that from Dude, Where's My Car? Okay, I know it's an ostrich. Okay, but if you watch the movie Dude, Where's My Car, you'll understand the joke. The llama. It's a fucking llama. Uh, anyways, yeah, I've been thinking about doing that. And I ate my burger. It was delicious. I'm trying to eat only meat. Did good. And I got in my truck and I did eat the rest of my grapes because the grapes are so good. I love grapes, purple grapes, Concord grapes. I don't know what the green ones are called. sour grapes. I don't know what the fuck they're called, but I like the purple grapes, and I think they're cheaper than the green ones. So that's what my wife's been buying. But my wife is like, I've never had purple grapes in my life. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking? What color is grape? Grape is purple. Purple. What are you talking about? Like green grapes were a delicacy in my house. It's like we always had purple grapes. And every now and again, my mom would show up with the green grapes. She's like, I'm like, what the hell? Are these not ready yet? And she's like, no, they're ready. You can eat them. I'm like, but they're green. I didn't, me as a young child, I didn't know what the fuck was going on. Green grapes and purple grapes? I don't understand. But apparently the green ones are a little bit more expensive. I don't fucking know. Because my wife was like, no, we always eat green grapes. She always ate green grapes growing up or something. I don't know. But then I was also talking to, because I got into it with this girl because me and her were talking about chickens and stuff. And I was like, oh yeah, I'd like to go to a butcher shop. And she's like, oh, there's a great butcher shop over here. It's pretty close. I think you live nearby it. All this other stuff. And I'm like, okay, cool. And so I might end up going over to a butcher. I was like, well, I don't, as long as I'm eating meat, I can't really do much more than just eating the meat, but so I guess I'll just eat, the store-bought, generic pound of beef, whatever. She's like, it's either the same price or cheaper at a butcher. I'm like, really? She's like, yeah. I'm like, interesting. So I might check out some butchers, do some price comparisons, and if I can get a bunch of, regular, because if you look at it, you can tell right away, looking at a pound of beef, even if it's like from the counter, like the guy just ground it up and put it into a package, take that package, go to the butcher shop, order a pound of beef, take it out, set them side by side. That butcher beef is going to be a deeper, richer red, and the other one's going to be pink, and you're going to be like, what the fuck happened to that cow? Why is that cow pink? It should be a deep red like this. Kind of weird. These people are going slow as fuck. What are we doing here? Jesus Christ, I didn't realize we were doing 50 miles an hour the entire time. Holy moly. Like, we can go 70, bitches. I'm surprised I was able to pass them. The only reason I was able to pass them is because I was downhill and empty. Holy shit, they're going slow as shit. Yeah, I'm very happy with that pass. That was a perfect pass. If I was loaded, I never would have even tried that. They are way back there. They're going so slow. I cannot believe it. Anyways, yeah. Julian Assange. I don't know anything about him, so I'm not even going to really comment. But there's a Julian Assange, I guess, got freed, and now he's going to go live in Australia, where he lived originally. And Tucker Carlson was out there in Australia, and he, it was kind of odd because every question he was asked was like a dumb, like big media company question that was like just trying to get him. And he destroyed each and every one of those people that were asking him questions. But the people in the back were either laughing at the dumb jokes or not dumb jokes, but the dumb questions, or they were clapping when Tucker, put them down into their place. So I don't. It was kind of a weird thing. I was like, oh, interesting, because Australia was, they didn't. They did some weird shit during the COVID, thing going on. They did some high def restrictions on people over there. And I don't, you don't hear much from the people there. You hear mainly just their news and all that other stuff. And I guess Tucker was mentioning one thing. It was on like the news that he was watching that morning. It was talking. They're like, yeah, 4 people died from some new synthetic drug overdose. Moving on, doctors are now going to start, needing a prescription for nicotine. So if you want nicotine, you need to have a prescription for it. And it's like, what the fuck? You're gonna like, you need to have a doctor's note to get this fucking prescription tobacco. But we have some other thing going on where people are dying from some drug in our country. I don't know. It's like your priorities are a little fucked up. You're going after cigarettes when you got this other. Cigarettes. Yeah, they kill people. It's not good. The lung cancer is bad. Chewing tobacco is bad too. It's not the greatest, but I don't know. I've known people that have gotten lung cancer or died from lung cancer, and it's just kind of like, yeah, that's how it goes sometimes. But I don't know of too many. I mean, I'm saying this on the freaking air right now, but so I'm sure people can look up and get some I gotchas. There's been millions of deaths from chewing tobacco and all this other stuff. Mainly, it's like some people, they lose their fucking jaw. Brush your teeth, motherfuckers. My teeth aren't great, but I brush them, okay? I keep them clean. I may have, like, a cavity or something. Well, I don't know. Like, I have no pain. I have no discomfort. I don't have anything wrong with my teeth. Other than, they're not the prettiest to look at. But, health-wise, I think I'm all right. There's one of our trucks is back there. I don't know where he's going. Miami? You might think that's a joke. No, there's a place in Kansas called Miami. And there's a place called Paris in Missouri. It's weird. It's a little rainy today. It's been raining a lot, and apparently some storms rolled through overnight. Or maybe it was just rained a little bit this morning, but it's been cloudy. Apparently there were some severe storms going through Kansas City last night. Didn't really hear much about it, but apparently there was. We went from getting not having enough rain to now we're overloaded. And our rivers are showing that. Our river levels were down, and now they're a little bit too high now. That levee project that I've been working on, they need to hurry the fuck up if it rains too much more. I don't know. They're doing the levee project. I don't know how far that levee project is going to go. The entire fucking river? I don't know. And somebody was telling me, they were like, yeah, so in some of the parts of the levee, they're going to have to put in a wall. There's going to be a wall staged next door. It's not going to be powered by any machine, is what I was told. I could be being lied to, though. But there's going to be a wall, like a big concrete slab wall that will need to have a crane pick it up and set it into place if in the event of a flood. I don't know. Are they going to know enough? I guess they will. The rivers are probably monitored pretty heavily, upriver, and along the river. They're probably monitored. So like they'll be like, hey, the river levels have risen by 6 inches. Might want to start putting that wall in. The only problem is that wall, I'm pretty sure, is going to go over the railroad tracks or something in the nature. And it's like, I don't know how fast y'all think you can act in the event of a flood coming in, but getting a crane out here set up, rigged up, stopping train traffic and shutting down the entire railroad, system over there, and then putting in these walls. And I don't know, is it going to be one wall? Is it going to be multiple walls? Is it going to be multiple different locations? I'm not sure. It's just like, I don't understand. Like, yeah, this is going to work great in some spots, but in the spots that you got this wall going up, what are you going to do there? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm totally wrong on it. I mean, I don't get paid to design the levee or dam or structural anything, but it just seems a little weird to me. The railroad probably get really pissed off if they put the wall up, don't let rail traffic through, and then there's no flood. They'd be like, what the fuck, dude? Because the railroad loses, if that train ain't moving, they lose a lot of fucking money. The railroad has so much money, you have no idea. Now, truckers, if they put up a wall and say you can't go here, it doesn't matter. We just have to figure it out ourselves. They're like, yeah, you're going to have to go around. And you go around, and then that way it's shut down too. And they're like, yeah, you're going to have to go around. And then you go to the next way, and they're like, yeah, this is shut down. You're going to have to go around. You're like, motherfucker. And you just you can call dispatch and try to figure it out. But, how are they going to know, in the event of some sort of catastrophe and it happens in the middle of your way, you might just be stuck waiting. Saw a video on, I don't know what it was, but there was a tornado going across the highway, and there was like a dry van that pulled over and put on his flashers and pulled on the side of the road as the tornado was coming by. And this fucking crazy trucker motherfucker in a tanker truck just flies right in straight. He drives directly into the fucking tornado. Both the dry van did end up getting flipped over and everything, but this truck, it's right there on video. The guy just drives his tanker right into the fucking tornado. Like, no, he didn't hit his brakes until he was lifted off the ground, I think. I don't know. But both truckers survived, and the tanker ended up just in a ditch. Probably fucked his truck up quite a bit, but he just ended up in a ditch. So, I don't know. I'm glad he's all right, but dude, you drove directly into the one thing you shouldn't have done. I don't care if you're loaded or not. What are you loaded with? Are you loaded with milk? Is it going to be okay if you're loaded with gasoline? You're like, yeah, let's just drive right into the fucking tornado with all the power lines fucking zip zapping around and shit. Like, what the fuck? That's about it. I think I'm gonna go ahead and just end this one. We're coming up onto the 4th of July. We got some plans. I don't know. I think there's gonna be storming, so we got some plans to go hang out at my wife's friend's house. And if that doesn't work out, we're gonna go to my wife's mother's house, which I don't know. If I can just stay away from her, that'll be fine. If I can hang out with my father-in-law, said it right. If I can hang out with my father-in-law the whole time, and just keep blowing shit up and whatever. But they do get a little fucking wild over there. Now, I'm not saying I'm not a wild guy, because I've done a lot of wild shit in my life. But I don't know, like, that whenever we first started going over there, he just had these tubes, and he would just set them out in the middle of the fucking cul-de-sac, and light them off, and half the time the tube would fucking tip over. And I'm like, hey, man, why don't you, like, you got a piece of wood? We can, like, drill those two? He's like, oh, good idea. And now that's a staple, you know, for the last, 10 years, just about, of me going over there for the 4th of July, which there's other places. In reality, there's many other places I'd rather go than over there. We feel obligated, well, my wife likes to go over there. I don't know why, but we feel obligated to go over there because they spend $2,000 a year on fireworks. They buy all the biggest, bestest, newest fireworks that the store has to offer. And then we go over there, and it's supposed to be, you know, the big party. They have a big cul-de-sac. There's a family across the street. There's a family over there. There's another family next door, and there's another family next door on the other side, and they all kind of hang out together. And they have a big, big bash where they shoot off fireworks and stuff. And I'm like, yeah, this is kind of cool, but dude, every single year there is something that goes wrong, and I'm like, I can't have my kids here. My kids have to be inside the room with the window shut, looking out the window with the lights off because you can't see shit if the lights are on. You have to have the lights off, kids in the room, looking outside to watch the fireworks, because too many times shit falls over, and I'm not even just blaming my in-laws. The dumb fucks that live around them also go out there, and there's not a line. There's not like, all right, you wait here. Everybody hold, stay back. I'm gonna light this one. There's none of that's really going on. It's just like, I'm gonna light this off as soon as it goes off. But the guy across the street's like, I'm gonna light mine off too. And then we all meet in the middle, and we're shooting off like 6 fireworks at the same time. And the one that goes off first knocks over the second one, and the second one shoots a fucking mortar underneath grandma's chair. You know, it's like, what the fuck? Like, everybody's trying to sit and relax and have a great time. It's kind of hard to do that when you have a mortar exploding under your fucking seat. And I'm not even kidding. That happened. And who was grandma? I was grandma. I was sitting in the chair, and it fucking shot, and it blew up, not really under my seat, but behind my seat. It went underneath my seat, and it blew up behind me. And I was like, God damn it. But I'm not a guy to, like, unless it's a snake or a spider or a bug, you know, not even that I'm like super duper scared of those things, but just the unexpectedness of seeing one of those, I will jump and run and then be like, okay. But when the fireworks shot right at me, I was like, just God damn it. You know, I didn't even move. I just was like, fuck. I just shrugged my shoulders a little bit and put my head down a little bit. And I was like, God. And, you know, after it exploded, they're like, get out of there. I'm like, it's already exploded. There's nothing to run from now. Like, might as well shoot off another one. Just, hey, learn from your mistakes. And then we also had this little redhead girl run over there, and she's a wild one. She's like an untrained puppy. Um, she she was running around. She had a punk, which is the little thing that lights the wick on fireworks or whatever. She was running around with a punk. She was lighting smoke bombs and like little black cats and stuff. Well, me and father-in-law, I almost said stepdad. Me and father-in-law just hanging out in the garage drinking a beer, you know, and watching the other people fire off stuff. And I look out there and I see her. She's got a mortar. She has no tube. She has a mortar, and she sets it right at the edge of the driveway. Not even in the cul-de-sac, just right on the edge of the driveway. She's been doing this all day, not with a mortar. She's been doing it with smoke bombs. And she lights the fucking mortar right at the edge of the driveway. And I'm like, hey, does she have and as soon as I said that, it goes, and it fucking, bam, and it fucking rocked the fucking area. She grabbed one of the biggest mortars. She thought it was a big smoke bomb. And I'm like, God damn it, this is not fucking. We have too many people with access to the fireworks. We need these to be put up and away. Is like, but I feel like the Karen of the group whenever I'm like trying to invoke restrictions on how the fireworks system is going, even if it's not at my house or anything. But it's like, I'm here. I'd really like to not fucking go home with four fingers or a lot of burns on my clothes. That'd be cool. Um, so, anyways, that's what we're looking forward to tomorrow. It'll be raining probably, or it will have rained. So we should be okay in like the fire department. But they can still explode on your ass no matter how hard it's raining. I think it's just going to be an okay time. My wife wanted to go to her friend's house because they have a pool. They have a big pool in their backyard, and they're going to be grilling up some ribs, and they have their neighbors have a giant fireworks show, so we can light off our little shit that we bought the kids. We can light that stuff off in the front yard, and then we go to the backyard and we swim in the pool and relax, and we can all watch the fireworks go off. I don't know if we're going to, because the water is probably already going to be a little bit cold since it's been raining so much. And then it's also going to be raining. So I don't know. Not exactly sure how things are going to work out. But, when you get married, sometimes you just got to let other people direct you to your doom. So that's what I'm doing tomorrow. I'm like, hey, listen, I'm driving the car. You just tell me where to turn. And that's where we're going to go. Just to we're going to do everything the way you want it to be done, so you will be happy the entire time. But I had my daughter, she got a fountain. She grabbed a fountain. I told her no. I said, no, we're only getting the shit off the little table. She ended up grabbing one of those like little fountain things. It's like a big cone or whatever. And my wife was like, fine, you can get it. She looked at it, it was like $5 or something. So we grabbed it, and then we go to the house, and I'm like, yeah, let's go light it. And I was like, come on. And my wife was like, you are not going to let her light that. I was like, that's exactly what I was going to do. She's going to light it. I have a torch, and it's just got like a push button. It's a super easy push button, on, off, and then a push button, and then you have another button you can hit, and it'll stay on. It's super easy, and the flame is 8 inches away from your hand, and it lights every single time. You don't have a little lighter and you burn your fucking thumb, or you wear out your thumb from lighting the lighter so many times. It's like the torch is the way to go. The little bottle of propane I found the camp stove propane works on my torch, which is awesome. So it's the same fucking thing, but it's like bottle of compressed propane for a little Coleman stove, but I don't have the right attachment to make the Coleman stove work with that fucking gas, so I don't fucking know. Anyways, my wife was like, do not let her light that. I'm like, it's a fountain. It'll be fine. She's like, it's going to explode. I'm like, it's not going to explode. It's going to be fine. And it was fine. And my daughter was like, she thought it was the coolest thing. She got to handle I just had her hold the bottle. I did all the other stuff. I was like, you just grab the bottle. She grabbed the bottle and I lit it. And then I picked her up and walked her back and watched the fountain just spray a little bit. And then it was done. So I don't know. And that, I guess that goes a little bit back to, like, I want to take my son out to, a private range. I don't want to go to like the like a regular old shooting range. It's too fucking loud in there. You can't talk, you can't hear anything. But if I can take my son out to, which I know a couple of places, family members' land where I've gone out shooting before, take him out there with a few different rifles and stuff, and let him. Man, you're coming in hot. Oh shit. he's never shot before, and I think it'd be really cool. I got a nice 22 rifle that he'd love because that's going to end up being his first gun. I'd like to take him out and let him try it out. But my wife is already, I don't even have to ask her about that. I already know. She's like, absolutely not. I'm like, what? It'll be fine. I'll be with him. And I'm a responsible gun owner. So, it'll be alright. It's a 22, I mean, yeah, obviously. You don't want to get shot with anything, but there's no kick to it. It's really simple. It's quiet. It'll be fine. And he'd absolutely love it. Obviously, I can't leave it loaded and let him have it just hanging out. He's 5. That's not a good idea. But get him used to shooting targets and stuff. He loves playing Fortnite and stuff. He loves shooting stuff. And I mean, I keep all my stuff locked up tight. Like there's no possible way. So yeah, I have no worries about anything. Everything is locked up. Some people be like, how are you going to get the intruder if it's locked up? But listen, I ain't going after fucking the intruder. Intruder comes in. Yeah, it would be nice if I had something there and ready to go. But the likelihood of an intruder over, somebody in my household that's not supposed to get a hold of it, getting a hold of it, it's more likely that's going to happen than the actual intruders coming into my house. We just make sure the doors are locked and the guns are put away because, I mean, I'm not home a lot of the time. It's like, all right, somebody comes in, we have dogs. They sound ferocious. The little ones might bite. The big one will probably scare the fuck out of you. But then, as soon as you make a move, he runs away. So, I don't know. But they sound fucking ferocious if you come banging on the door or something. So, that's like the defense I got going on. I don't even carry walking around and stuff. I know a couple of people that work for my company that probably walk around carrying. Even though technically it's against company policy to do that, but a lot of people are like, okay, I'm not going to die for my company policy. I'm going to carry no matter what, and you're never going to know. And if it comes into a time where it's me or this other guy, it's going to be me because I'm going to be carrying. And the likelihood of you running into somebody, we're out on the road, we're out on job sites, we're out doing all kinds of stuff. The likelihood of something going down is kind of high. Now, we had one guy, he had a machete, and it was for, like, going through the woods. He was cutting shit down. He ended up going to one of the military bases, and they found the machete in the, underneath his back seat. And they were like, what the fuck is that? You were going to kill the military with a machete. He's like, whoa, I just had a machete with me. I forgot I had it. It's a tool. It's not a weapon. They're like, no, that's a fucking weapon. You were going to come in here and slice everybody's throat with the fucking machete. You fucking dumbass. Why do you hate America? And he got real freaked out about that. So now he makes sure he doesn't ever have anything like that in his truck. And I'm not kidding. That actually happened. They freaked the fuck out that he had a machete with him. And it's like, relax, guys. Some of these people in authority just fucking flip the fuck out over just normal shit. It's like, it's a machete. You guys have fucking guns. This is a machete. Like, am I gonna fucking deflect bullets with this? What are you talking about? It's a you're gonna know if I'm after you. Nobody attacks somebody strategically with a fucking machete. They are usually in their underwear and screaming. I don't think anybody's been attacked by a machete without somebody being in a fucking, they're tighty-whities, screaming, and running at the same time. That's the only time anybody's ever used a machete in, in that fashion. I even do that in the woods. I have a machete in my backyard. I strip down to my underwear and I go back there and I'm slicing the vines and shit down. That's all I'm doing. That's the only way you can use a machete. I don't know. It's a gag gift. It's a gag item. It's not like anybody's using a machete to kill people. What the fuck? Especially at an army base, you dumbass. Nobody's gonna use he has a machete. Leave him the fuck alone. But if you have a steak knife in your fucking lunchbox, that's fine. Yep, you're good. You're good to go. Like, I'm bringing a vac truck in here. You know what is a really good way to kill people? Is grab the vac truck, and then while, they're bent down over there looking, you suck the guzzler hose right to their face. And then you walk away and you never turn off the truck. That's the easiest way to fucking kill somebody. This is a giant sucking machine, and you can sneak up on people because it's so loud that nobody's going to know what the fuck is going on. And if you had malicious intent with a fucking guzzler, you could really do some goddamn damage. Because as long as they can't get to the control panel, that thing's going to keep on fucking sucking. It's real dangerous to use that without the safety tee. But if you just we're going to use it without the safety tee and turn it all the way up, rev it all the way up, and suck this dude's face off. He thought a machete was going to kill him. It was a fucking guzzler. I don't know. It's like, I'm driving a semi. If I wanted to kill some people, I wouldn't use the fucking machete. I would use the fucking gigantic, heavy, unstoppable machine I have with me. I'd ram it right through your fucking guardhouse and keep on going. That's what would happen. Just kidding. The newer trucks these days, well, even the older trucks, no, you sometimes you could hit a pothole wrong and you're fucked. You're fucked. You could fall off the side of the road and hit a curb or a ditch or whatever, blow off the wrong airline, and you're just done for. Semis are really cool in movies and stuff, like Terminator, the semi, the heavy haul semi or whatever, the heavy tow truck. You fucking kidding me? That thing was broke down before it even hit the gate to jump off the side of the bridge. That thing was broken down. He hit way too many cars in the back. Those front bumpers, you think these front bumpers are tough, and they actually are kind of tough, but they will bend really bad, and they will get into the fucking tire, blow the tire, and then you're done. You're turning left the entire time. You can't turn it. You have a flat tire, you're done. Oh, man. Yeah, and I've seen, I don't know, police chases and stuff where cops are chasing a semi, and they're like, we shot the tires and the radiator. Dude, go right behind the cab and shoot the fucking airlines. Just those tanks that are hanging down at the bottom, or the fuel tanks or whatever, shoot those. It's diesel. I don't want to explode it. It's not going to explode. It's diesel, okay? It needs compression to fucking explode. It's not going to... Sparks do not affect diesel. Now, it works really good for, a big, backyard fire and stuff like that. But I don't know. You're not going to have a diesel explosion, most likely, by shooting a tank of diesel. Yeah, you gotta just shoot the airlines a little bit, and you'll be good. Yeah, shooting the tires, that's not a good idea. The tires are they're pretty fucking tough. Don't shoot the tires. You're better off shooting the rim. You put a crack in the rim, you'll lose air. I don't know. Maybe I should go work for the police department on how to stop semi-truckers. Do the exact opposite of what I think should happen, It's like, hey, quit pulling us over for no fucking reason. But you know, if they don't pull over, you know, this is what you should do to get them to pull over. Oh man. Anyways, I said it a couple times already. I'm gonna let you guys go. Have a great day and keep all 18 down. Adios, muchachos.